This video is about selling during divorce and why going through a real estate agent may not be in your best interest when you're selling your home during a divorce process. Um, my name is Chris. I'm with Plavero Home Solutions, and we help our clients avoid foreclosure, and we also give them some interesting ways to um, help themselves out of foreclosure as well. Like I said, my name is Chris, and I'm the acquisitions manager with Plavero. So why should you sell your home in divorce? When going through a divorce, one of the first things that may come to mind, whether or not you should sell your home that you built your lives around. Divorce and selling a home, or any other real estate for that matter, are the two most stressful life events anyone will experience. Going through both at the same time can be 10 times worse. Questions of home ownership can become difficult to deal with, and especially when you're facing a divorce, and especially if both parties are not communicating on a really good and I guess humane level. Some divorces can be real nasty, and especially when we're talking about money and dividing up equity. More reasons why you want to sell your home in a divorce. Usually there's three scenarios that take place for most couples who go through divorce. One of the spouses buys out the other, and legal interest is transferred, and one of the spouses will keep interest of the home. Sometimes one spouse keeps and occupies the home for a specified period. Usually it's when you're dealing with children, and when the children turn by 18, 19 years old, the home can and usually is sold. And at times the house is sold immediately and the equity is there split up 50-50. Selling a home and getting divorced is a tricky business that should be thought out thoroughly. Some legal reasons for divorce. Some divorces involve two people who can deal with peacefully and reasonably and with one another. If this is the case in your divorce, you can discuss the best options for your situation and act accordingly. However, in many cases, the division of property, and specifically the division of the family home, is not so cut and dry. It really depends on the personalities of the people involved. Each of you contributed to the purchase of the home, even if one did more than the other, and each wants their fair share. If you cannot come to some sort of agreement out of court, either on your own or through mediation with your attorneys, the courts will decide it for you. This is not a pleasant experience for most homeowners, though, as a judge rarely decides exactly as their party would like. Usually it's right down the middle, and you got to prove that you didn't you had to prove that you actually did put more towards the house than the other, and that's usually very, very hard to prove. This is why it is always advisable to come to some sort of agreement beforehand, if possible, like a prenuptial agreement of some sort. Many times the most simple solution is to sell the home. When the family home is sold, the division of assets becomes easier, because you're not trying to figure out future values and past values and trying to predict what the real estate market's going to do. You can get a current assessment of value from an appraiser or a competent local real estate agent. Selling a home in divorce is a tricky business that should be thought through very thoroughly. And as a sidebar note, and also there's real estate investors that can do that same process if you're looking to sell your home quickly versus 3 to 6 months down the line. Selling home is a difficult process when everything is going right. You have to get professional help. During a divorce, you have a lot going on and a lot to consider. You shouldn't take on the risk of selling your home yourself. You may have a disagreement with your spouse about selling price or other issues. By working with a real estate professional, either a reputable agent or a real estate investment firm, you both have a neutral third party who can help you determine the fair selling price and handle the market of your home. If you need to sell your home in Vancouver fast, a reputable local real estate investment firms like Provera Home Solutions may be a great option. Firms like ours actually buy houses rather than just listing them, and we pay cash and can close quickly if you need to sell your house fast. If you can wait the time take to list it, actually get it sold, of course the real estate agent is the best option. But if you can't wait the 3 to 9 months it sometimes takes to sell a piece of property or sell a house here in the Vancouver market, chat with us to see what we can offer you for your house during your divorce. It's important when selling your Vancouver house during a divorce to keep a timeline. Knowing your timeline, especially if you're approaching foreclosure, which can happen during divorce, is essential. Sometimes during, as a sidebar note, sometimes during a divorce, sometimes the payments aren't made at all and not made for quite some time. So the lenders a lot of times will start a trustee sale in our area for the most part. There is some judicial sales, but not too many here in the Northwest. You also you should put your home for sale in advance if possible, so before the divorce is even filed. Set up firm closing dates, moving dates, and times, and coordinate which spouse will be handling the sale or talking to the real estate agent. Make sure that each of these agreements are in writing and negotiate penalties for breaching the agreements. My favorite one is saying that you will lose 1% of the equity if you don't do this and this by a certain date, and if you cannot perform, there better be a good darn reason, and it should be provided in writing 7 to 14 days prior to that part of the timeline being breached. One option is that selling your house for an all cash offer. One option that many divorcing couples have turned to in recent years is making a quick sale to a real estate investor like Provera Home Solutions. Reputable local real estate investors like Provera Home Solutions purchase houses quickly and without stress, and the process can often take as little as 7 days. Deciding how to sell a marital home in Vancouver doesn't have to be as stressful as the divorce itself. By protecting each party with a qualified real estate agent, or simply jointly deciding to sell the home fast to a real estate investment firm like Provera Home Solutions, and moving the process as quickly and according to an agreed upon schedule, all parties can walk away from the sale without stress. If you want to discuss your situation with your divorce and see if we can help you and save time, reduce stress, and get out of this situation fast, go ahead and give us a call. You can find all our information at ProveraHomeSolutions.com. And that's the end of this presentation, and we hope to hear from you soon. Have a great day.